share my leadership coming to you live with Black Label, Black Label Friday, and I'll be discussing more tips of Black Label CRM. If you are not familiar with Black Label CRM, go to the website, blacklabelcrm.com. It is a fully automated business credit to funding White Label software. Okay. Hey, really? Yeah, yeah, really? Yeah, I know it's nice. Make them nothing, send nothing, I don't know. You hear me, sir? Anybody else? I don't know. It might be the stuff on your end. Anybody else can hear me? Okay, someone else says sounds like off. Okay, off. All right, I'm not sure what I can do to do with the setting. How about now? How do you hear me now? Okay, hold on. Let me get my other mic. It's good now? Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So it's all good. It's much better. Okay, I clicked one button. I don't know that setting, but hey, thank you for letting me know. All right, so like I was saying, Black Label CRM is a fully automated and um, automated business credit and funding software, white label software. So if you want to get into the business credit business, you want to get into the funding business, this software will make you a beast in this industry, and you can service your community by providing funding, 20 different business loan types, and all the business credit you can handle. And for a very, very reasonable price, actually. And today I'm going to go over all the funding options. I'm going to go over in our software the 200 plus lenders we have. I'm going to go over um, the loan types you can do. There's 20 different loan types. We're going to go over, and there's 244 credit cards that you can potentially provide your clients. Okay, so and I am in a few weeks coming out with a monthly billing plans for those who can't afford the initial annual setup. We're going to come out with a monthly plan. You'll be paying a lower setup cost and then a monthly bill every month until you decide you want to, maybe switch over to the annual. But yeah, we got all that coming out, plus a lot of new features. There's a lot coming. We got a lot coming down the pike. Actually, next week we're going to be rolling out the one-click loan application submission. So now you can just click on the client that completes one of your scans and submit it to one of the clearinghouses. And Business Funding Now, which is my loan brokerage company, is going to be the primary brokerage house, loan clearinghouse in the software. So we'll do all the work and close the loans on your behalf and pay you a commission for your client. So it's a lot of stuff's coming out, a lot of stuff's happening. So okay, let me jump right into going over some of these 200 lenders, 200 direct lenders, 20 different business loan products, and 244 credit cards. Okay, let me share my screen. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, here we go. All right, so in the software now, this is my version of the software. You'll get your own version with your own logo and everything. But we have the dashboard. So financing is the last tab, right? So up here are the clearinghouses. So there's FundWise, there's Midas, and Business Funding Now will be in here as well. And then we have all these lenders. So we have pages and pages of different lenders. But you can look at the different lenders by product or loan type, right? So if you want to do SBA loans, as your kind of go-to loan service that you want to provide your clients, here are listed the banks that to top 10 SBA lenders in the country, right? SBA doesn't loan money, they guarantee the money, and you still have to qualify according to the bank's qualifications. But the qualifications are not as extreme as you might think. You got to have pretty decent credit. You got to have business credit established. You got to have a business plan. You got to have decent personal credit too. But I think it's like a 620, 640 for some banks to get an SBA loan. All right, and then there's several different types of SBA loans. So you got to make sure you're choosing the right SBA loan that you need and match it with the right bank that services that type of loan. All right, but say you want to work on equipment. Equipment's hot, right? Equipment. Let me see. Here we go. Equipment leasing and financing. Equipment sell lease back is if you already own the equipment and you want to use that piece of equipment as collateral to get money. If you want to purchase new equipment, then you're looking at equipment leasing and financing. Okay, but you just click on equipment leasing and financing, and here are 10 different banks that you can use to go to and do these equipment financing. And these are direct lenders, right? And you'll get paid 100% commission. Okay, so you just go to their website and sign up as an affiliate. Now, most of these banks do assign you what we call an ISO rep, right? An ISO is an independent sales office or agent, and your rep will be the liaison at the bank that will coach you, provide you the proper documentation, and help you close more loans. So when you partner with a bank, make sure you know who your rep is. So if you're not sure if the deal will go through, this is how you learn how to do funding. This is how you learn how to be a loan broker, by partnering with these banks and learning their protocols, procedures, and what type of loans they service. Okay, and you make that 100% commission. So when you get the software, you got to do the legwork. You're going to have to go, and you don't have to partner with all of them. You can partner with 3 or 4, or you can partner with all of them. Okay, all lenders are not created equal. I always say that because every lender has a different protocol, and they have different underwriting guidelines. They have different supporting documents they require. So you want to make sure you're familiar with the bank, what they offer, and what they need to close more deals. But I digress. What other type of loan do you guys want to do? You want to do real estate? How much you want to do fix and flip? Here you go. Now you can service all these loan types for your clients. How many people want to get into the real estate industry? I'm hearing all the chatter now, right? We're going to have another opportunity during this financial crisis, this recession that people are saying that is coming. But next year might be the time to start buying a lot of investment property, fix and flip or fix and rent, fix and hold, and building your real estate portfolio. But do you know how to do it? You know what lenders are looking for, okay? There's a certain protocol to getting in this. Now, since the pandemic, a lot of lenders, they used to do, before the pandemic, a lot of these lenders would do 90% purchase price, right? So if the property costs $100,000, they was going to give you 90. All you had to do was come up with 10 and 100% rehab. Now, when they're doing these type of loan deals, they want to see at least 75% to $100,000, $75,000, $100,000 ARV after rehab value. So now that property that you paid for $100,000 needs to be worth at least $200,000 to make a profit and pay off the hard money that you borrowed. So if they're going, but now since the pandemic, now they're doing 18 to 20%. So now you got to come up with the other 20% as a down payment. They're going to finance 80% and 100% of the rehab. So you need to have, if you don't have that money, all right, if it's a $100,000 property, you're going to need $20,000. If you don't have $20,000, where are you going to get it? unsecured funding, personal loans, right? You can, if you got good enough credit and good enough income, you can go to any bank or credit union and most likely get up to $25,000 in a signature loan that with a low interest rate and monthly payments that you can use to finance to start out with your real estate investment portfolio. Okay, now if you went to 3 or 4 different banks and got those loans, now you're looking at maybe you got $75,000 to $100,000. Okay, now there's a procedure to doing that, but and knowing that you're going to have that money, you're going to have those monthly payments. But if you can put that, use that money to make more money, get your investment properties, flip it, or if you keep it, you can refinance it, pay off the hard money, refinance it, right? And for the new ARV. So and now you're going to draw the equity out, pay off some of the money, or use that as your bankroll to get more property. Okay, so there's a formula, and then having a dedicated lender that you can go to and um, and secure that 80% of the purchase price and 100% of the rehab cost. Knowing the formula for the type of properties that you need to get. Okay, the things you're going to need to have are you're going to need to have a rehab budget by a third-party contractor. You're going to need to have the comps, right? They got to know what the other houses in that community are selling for that are same bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, attached garage, all those things that are similar and what those houses that have been fixed up or are on the market selling for, right? And then that's how they're going to gauge what your ARV is, your after rehab value is. So you need to have that contract, that third party rehab budget. You need to have the property under contract. Having the property under contract means that you already told the seller that you want to buy the house. You put it under contract. You sign the contract. You might have put $2,000 or $3,000 down, maybe $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000. It depends on where you're at, the location of the property, how much your contract would cost. But what it does is protect you from that seller selling the house to another buyer. All right, and usually you can have that. They give you 30 days to come up with the rest of the financing. Now, downside, if you don't come up with the rest of the finance within 30 days, then you don't get your contract money back. But a lot of times, the seller will extend your contract for another 30 days or 60 days so that give you more time to come up with the financing. But if you can get all the pieces to the puzzle, have a dedicated lender. How many properties can you do? How many loans of these type of loans can you service your community for those people, individuals that are trying to get into the real estate investment game? Okay, so that's just one type of loan that you just got schooled on. I just gave you the game on how to do the real estate. How about commercial real estate? People want to buy you strip malls. I don't know how that's going right now between after the pandemic, but everything seems to be getting back to normal. So having a getting into fix and flip or fix and rent and commercial real estate might be something that you're interested in, or there's a market out there for clients that you could be servicing these type of loans for as well. So I click commercial real estate. So here's some lenders right here that do this type of commercial real estate. Okay, let's look at what else you got. We got recurring payments. We got hard money assets. We got inventory. We got private lender credit lines. I told you about the equipment leaseback. Purchase orders. So these are all asset-based type loan products, okay? But we got 401k funding. We got accounts receivable factoring. We got merchant cash advance. We got revenue-based funding. Revenue-based is just your standard working capital loan. That's it. Standard working capital. All right. Do you know the qualifications and requirements that you need to have to apply for this type of loan? Well, let me show you. Okay. So over here, we have credit-based programs. This is all in the software. Everything you're seeing, you're going to get access to all this. Credit-based programs. Okay. So here, the video avatar explains what a credit-based programs are, and then we provide you a list of the qualifications that the borrower needs to have. You need to have at least a 680 credit score. Okay, must have a business, a profitable business in good standing with the Secretary of State. The owner of the business are not felons or parolees. Now, we put that in there, but I've never had a bank ask me that. So I wouldn't let that stop me. Okay, business must be physically based in the United States. No delinquents on any existing debts, taxes, loans, credit cards, right? Meaning no bad things on your credit, okay? Or tax liens on your business, or even if you owe the IRS back taxes, as long as you're on a payment plan and you can and provide that payment plan, you're okay. Okay, the owner needs to have at least 20% in good credit, preferably 680 or above. Okay, no history of bankruptcies, foreclosures, or tax liens. So if you guys are in the credit repair industry, you know how to clean up a credit report. Okay, having comparable credit or comparable debt history, meaning you got to be able to afford the money. Okay, whether with your credit and your income, a combination, or other lines of credit or cash flow in your business. They want to see that you're not going to be if you don't look like you can afford this money, you're not going to get approved. That's the whole point to that. Okay, showing cash flow that meets the debt obligation. Same thing. Bank rating score. In the business credit section of the software, we teach you what bank ratings are, what the scores are, what the guidelines are in the software. Now, what are these credit-based programs? Business credit cards, business lending credit unions, all right, SBA loans, private lender credit lines, peer-to-peer business loans, private bridge financing. And then down here, we show you what you must have. These are the list of the supporting documents for these types of loans. Okay. Now, some banks might ask for more, some banks might ask for less, but this is the basic standard, okay, for these credit-based programs. So how much is this little 5 minutes, 10 minutes that I've been talking have you learned, okay, about how to do this funding, okay? Now let's move on to the asset-based programs. Now, whatever an asset is, you can borrow against, right? It has value, okay? But the cash in your business is an asset. So now we have the revenue-based loans. And there's no credit criteria here. Usually you're going to say at least a 600. I mean, I've done loans for people in this sector that have a 550, but you're going to pay higher interest on that type of money. I mean, that's just the way it is. But it's not governed, it's not credit based, it's asset based. So they're going to loan you the money based on the value of the asset. So if your business is generating $100,000 a month, they're most likely can extend you anywhere to maybe 2 or 3 months of your monthly volume. Okay, meaning if you're doing $1 million a year, you could probably borrow $250 up to $500,000. If you're doing $100,000 a year, then you're going to look about $20,000-$30,000. Okay, it's like it's not an exact science, and every lender has its own protocol how much they're going to extend you, right? So I mean, and these are short-term loans. You're not getting a loan like this that's going to last you 5 years. It's going to last you 6, 7 months, 8, 9, 12, up to 12 months if possible. Okay, they might be daily payments, they might be weekly payments, they might be monthly payments or bi-monthly payments. Okay, merchant cash advance, 401k rollover, your 401k. Now, if you get into this financing, first thing you want to do is find the lenders that you want to work with, partner with them, and learn what their protocol is, because they're not going to give you 100% of the value of the asset. All right, on a good day, they're going to get you 70. On a really, really good day, 50. On a really, really good day, you go up to 70% of the value of that asset. So knowing if you got $500,000 in a 401k, you're not going to be able to borrow $500,000. You're going to be able to borrow, like I said, 50%, 250,000, and then if you miss a payment, they're taking your asset. So you gotta be very careful when you're providing this type of funding and letting your customers know that they have to be able to keep up with it, manage it well, or they're going to lose their asset. Okay, accounts receivable. All right, are you collecting invoices? Do you have a steady stream of customers paying you every month? That can be, and you have that the documentation to support that. Okay, purchase order. Do you have a product that you're selling? I've heard a number of people have a product that, okay, Target has agreed to put my stuff on the shelf. Walmart's going to put my stuff on the shelf. So, but you got to supply 100,000 of these items. Let's call them widgets, right? We use that all the time, right? And you need to, but you don't have the money to produce 100,000 widgets, you can go get a purchase order with the contract you have from Walmart or Target or whoever, and say, all right, I got an order for 100,000 widgets, and once I fill the order, they're going to pay me $300,000, but I need $100,000 to fulfill the order. Bam, that's what that is. That's your purchase order financing right there in a nutshell. Real estate, all right, we already covered that. Inventory, do you have a large supply of inventory that you can use as collateral? Remember I said 50% of the value, all right, because the bank wants to make sure they get their money back. All right, if they got to take your asset and sell it, they want to make sure they're going to get their money back. So they're not going to loan you 100% of the value of that. Okay, hard asset-based lending. Okay, this is stocks, bonds, real estate, gold, silver, gems. Okay, so if you have some valuable assets like that, you can borrow against them. Recurring recurring payment loans. So if you have a service, right? They got here settlements, judgments, annuities, winnings. You know, think about JJ. What's his name? Wentworth. If you got a settlement, you need your money now. This is kind of something like that. Okay, contract-based financing, similar to the accounts receivable or purchase over. If you got a contract that once you complete the contract, then you're going to get a lump sum of money. You can borrow against that. Okay, note buying. Okay, note buying is typically specific for real estate or business sales. Notes that where real estate is a part of the purchase price. Okay, so this is the type of financing. Like I said, it's all asset based, and just keep in mind it's 50 to 70% of loan to value of the asset. Okay, and then here's a list of supporting documents for this type of funding. But we also have equipment programs. Okay, so I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. You have equipment leasing and financing. This is for you to purchase equipment. Now here are the requirements right here. Here you can have a 600 credit score. Okay, because the equipment is still is the asset that and is used as a collateral. Okay, so if you have a client that needs a tractor trailer, a food truck, a dump truck, you know, it can be restaurant equipment. They open a brick and mortar restaurant, and they need to equip the whole building with fryers and ovens and refrigerators and, you know, all that stuff. This is the type of funding you want to go for. Okay. Now, what if they already have equipment? So it's the equipment sale lease back, where typically 50%, all right, of the value of the equipment is what you can borrow against and use that equipment as collateral. Then we have your tractor trailer financing. Same type of scenario, and here are the supporting documents that you'll normally need for this type of funding. Okay, now we're going down to these 200 direct lenders. I showed you all that already. You know, you can search by category, you know, what type of loans you want to focus on. All right. And I think, what was it, last week or the week before, I did 2 weeks ago, I did the live on the marketing tools that we provide you in the software. There's about 10 to 14 different marketing tools that you can implement to generate enough business for loans and business credit clients in the software we help you with. Oh, so here we got credit cards, right? So this is, everybody's heard of credit card stacking, okay? So this is kind of what you is. I'm not really giving you how to do it. You know, that's going to be another thing, or you can just YouTube it. I'm sure there's a YouTube video on how to do credit card stacking. But if you want to search by credit criteria, so we have it broken down to color code, right? You got green, blue, and white. White is for clients with a 680 to 699 credit score. I can go over here, put this tier, click on the white, click search. Now I have 4 pages of credit cards that your client can get because their credit is between 680 and 699, right? There's a mix of business and personal, right? Introductory rate, none, all right, for a lot of these cards. Annual cost for the card, average approval amount. So if you're doing the credit card stacking, you have it right here at your fingertips. Okay, you've got somebody that's got a 740 or above credit score. Now we're looking at a whole different criteria here, right? This is a much higher dollar amount. You're going to get higher limits, right? There's 5 pages of these credit cards. So we got 244 credit cards that you can potentially have your clients sign up for and get the money that they need. And if you like, you know, I do a mix. When clients come to me, that used to doing unsecured funding, and I'm doing loan stacking or credit card stacking, I might get them $50,000 in cash and maybe another $25,000 in credit cards. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The software has all the tools you need to do all the funding that you want to do um, in the software. All right, for credit cards, direct lenders, 20 different loan products and types. Um, Everything is in here. Now, this is just the funding. They didn't even cover the business credit aspect of it. I mean, I didn't even go over. I did a live on that before. I mean, how many companies that need business credit? I still say about 97%, 98% of U.S.-based companies do business owners, mom and pops, entrepreneurs don't have business credit and don't know how to build it the right way. Okay, there's a lot of people out there teaching you how to do it the wrong way. Okay, all right, you got to be careful who you're listening to on TikTok and Clubhouse and such. All right, because these literally 2 weeks ago, I had someone come to me and had an 80 paydex score and wanted $250,000. Right, I was like, okay, corporate only financing. Right, we got corporate only financing. Oh boy, I'm going to show you what corporate only financing is. All right, here's the problem: the individual didn't have a good credit score, and her business had no income. Okay, so she built the business credit, but she let her personal credit lax, and the business didn't have any income. So I'm trying to figure out, why do you think a bank is going to give you $250,000 to a business that's not making any money, to a business owner that has bad credit? All right, but she bought somebody's program, got a bunch of credit cards or lines of credit to build her business credit, most likely some that she didn't need for her business, right, to get that 80 paydex score, and then think she was going to walk in to go to a lender or a funding company like me and get $250,000. That's never going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. Okay, so we got no, this is the wrong document. Sorry. There we go. Here we go. Okay, corporate only financing. Here's the protocol. They want 10 reporting business trade lines, a 70 plus paydex score, all the 20 items of lender compliance. That's your business credit foundation completed. You must have a low 5 bank rating. You must have a low 5 bank rating. That means your business has a daily average balance of about $10,000 or more. Daily average, okay? Daily average, 10,000. If you're below 10,000, you're going to be in the 4s or the 3s. Okay, and if your bank rating score is in the 3s, that means your daily balance is between $100 and $1,000. If you're in the 4s, it's between $1,000 and $10,000, or $9,999. If you're in the 5s, it means it's $10,000 and above. That's how you break down bank rating right there. Okay, establish comparable credit. That's requirement. Now, have your entity set up properly. Not a sole prop, not a partnership. It's got to be an S corp or LLC. Your business validate your business presence. That means your NAP validation, name, address, phone numbers, got to be consistent locally, nationally, and with 411. These are what lenders are looking for. Creditors and lenders are looking for this. So if your corporation doesn't have all this and you're trying to get corporate only financing, you're going to get denied. Simple as that. Okay, here's the lender compliance item. Business credit card building. Here we go. Now we're looking at what type of credit cards we got. We got 10 trade lines, but they want 3 of those revolving, 2 of those installments. You got to pay all your bills 10 days before they're due, right? Verify that all creditors everything is being reported to the credit bureau, so the same legal name, everything's consistent, right? These are all little reasons why these lenders and creditors will deny you. Business credit cards, FICO 8, 700 plus. At least have one card that's $5,000 or more. Having your individual revolving trade lines under 45% utilization. You have an income of a minimum of $50,000 annually. Okay. Your overall debt to income, DTI, needs to be under 40%. right? No more than 3 inquiries in the last 90 days, right? Or for 60 days and 6 months. No lates, no collections, no judgments, no public records. All right, business financing. So we're giving you all the requirements so you can get more people approved. That's the whole thing. If you don't know what the bank is looking for and you're submitting these applications for clients to get funding and they're always getting denied because you don't know all the pieces to the puzzle. You don't know how to put a funding package together so your clients can get approved. Black Label CRM provides you the tools that you can do this with. Okay, and it makes you the authority in the industry when you can go to that business owner and say, hey, this is what the bank, and then you do it and get the money or the credit that they're looking for. You're going to be their hero. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, listen, I'm going to open it up to questions. Um, and let me go ahead and stop sharing. All right. Wow. Okay, we got better or good. Good now, boss. Okay, listen. If you got some questions, this is time. All right, you can ask the coach questions about loans, business credit, funding, what have you. If you have not purchased the software yet and you want to get the software, go ahead and go to the website blacklabelcrm.com and push the schedule a live demo button and get on the calendar. If you're waiting for the monthly plan to roll out, it's probably going to be another week or two before that rolls out. But it will be coming out soon. So, but if not, if you don't need to wait, you can get it now. Get it now, because it's going to take us about 3 days to set it up, and then how long it's going to take you to go through and sign up with all the vendors so you can get paid for those, and the lenders so you can make sure you have your lenders in place for when you start marketing and advertising and getting scans. You can send that information, and you can get people the credit they need and the funding that they need. So you definitely want to give yourself at least a couple of weeks to be acclimated to the software and set up all your vendor accounts and all your lenders. I mean, you have to do that. Okay, if you're the business owner, you have to do that. All right. Um, but listen, if I have no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. On Monday, you can catch me under the Business Funding Now banner, and I'm going to be talking about my new affiliate program for Business Funding Now. So if you're interested in becoming just a referral agent or affiliate of Business Funding Now, you can I provide you a landing page that you can send your clients to, and we'll do all the work. Me and my staff will take the clients on, help them build a business credit, get the funding, and you'll get a commission. You'll get a commission on those. If that's the way you want to go until you get the money to get the software and become your own business credit and funding business, then we can do that too. And you'll learn a lot by doing that. All right. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share this with your friends and family on your pages. Follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook. Um, what would you say if the fastest way to get customers without spending money for marketing? I think maybe the fastest way is to connect with networking in your community. Networking in your community. Um, if you don't have any money to spend on marketing, um, which and social media groups, you'd be surprised how many people are out there that are looking for what we offer, but are just a little leery. I think at the end of the day, in business in this day and age, people need to know that they can know you and trust you, and that you can deliver on what you say you can. All right. So you still have to nurture them, whether that is in person or via social media, so they can, starting a Facebook group, inviting a lot of people, and providing that content. I mean, all those are free tips on how to do that. LinkedIn, without paying for, the LinkedIn subscription service or the marketing products. But yeah, if you're already in your community, you have a network of people, family or friends or business owners, or I mean, even going door to door, to business owners and dropping off a flyer. Be like, hey, I'm providing business credit and funding. You might have to knock on, 20, 30 doors before you get one yes, but it's a numbers game at that time. It's a numbers game. You know, I have to do marketing, organic marketing, uh, getting 25 uh, success scans a week. Um, and then out of that 25, maybe 4 or 5 of them pre-qualify for funding, but all of them can buy business credit. Okay. And then so now you have to sell the service. Like, okay, where you don't qualify for cash money alone now, probably because your business isn't making any money and or you have poor personal credit. So um, first we can do these things simultaneously. We can build your business credit, fix your personal credit, and try to help you get generate more revenue in your business and take a few months to start doing that, right? If they're in the software building their business credit, and they're also generating more income and working on their personal credit, you know, that those are the key elements you're going to need for to be a successful entrepreneur. Okay, and yeah, that's what I would say. And if you're familiar with a niche market, like if you're familiar, if you used to be a tractor trailer, a semi driver, and you know people in that industry, reach out to them. All right. If you're in the food service industry and you know restaurants and restaurant owners or food truck owners, reach out to them. Where's your comfort zone? I mean, not so much comfort zone, but where are the people that speak your language or you speak their language? Who are those people that you can talk to that say, hey, I got something that can help you? Um, you got your food truck, but you want a second or a third food truck. All right, you got this business. You bought one rental property. I can help you build your business credit and get funding so you can buy more properties. I'm not sure what area of expertise. I've been in the finance industry for over 20 years. So, and I've been affiliated, with the credit repair businesses, been providing merchant accounts for a long time, and now providing funding and affiliates and business credit. So those are my audience. Those are the people. Okay. I'm branching out paid marketing to reach out to other B2B type businesses, accountants, attorneys, business coaches, things like that. Other people that have services and products that they sell to business owners that need business credit and need funding. So that's. I hope that was helpful. Um, if that helps. Okay, the group leaders won't post my requests when it comes to running. Well, find another group. Yeah, some groups, yeah, have those rules, no self promotion. Other groups you can post all day long. I don't know what city you live in, but I know there's like there's black groups for major cities. Like that. I moved from Nashville, but there was several groups in Nashville that had a social media groups that I could post in on a regular basis, and I think that's why I won the award. If you didn't see, Business Funding Now wore an award last week for one of the best businesses in Nashville. Okay, and I've been in Florida for a year, and I just got the award a week ago. So I'm very thankful for that. But I don't even know how many clients I had in Nashville or Tennessee because I'm focused on the whole country. I got clients from coast to coast. So yeah, that's yeah, but there are plenty of groups out there. What if a business is making low money and can't qualify for money for their business because of low credit? Yeah, sorry, can't do it. If you ain't got no money and ain't no credit, you can't get no money. Okay, uh, you need to fix your credit. Listen, even if the businesses ain't money, they have a day job, right? They have a 9 to 5. Okay, so for the personal loan criteria, I'm going to give you this, right? Personal loan criteria is at least um, 680. I mean, you can try 660, 650, but a 680 with no derogatories, no lates in the last 2 years, and no other derogatories, and a minimum of $50,000 in annual income. Um, you can get some signature personal loans. No collateral, just signature personal loans. It might be $5,000 or $10,000. Might be, up $15,000. Depends on what their annual income is. Now they also can use household income. So if you got a husband and wife, they both got day jobs. They're both making $40,000 a year, and they're trying to start a business. So now you take the one with the best credit, the 680 a minimum, and you take the household income of 80,000, and then you can go and get up maybe up to 15, 20, $25,000 from the credit unions or local banks that will do a signature loan based on that criteria. I do this a lot with my clients that need money to get into something. You need money to get money, okay? You need to have resources to get these things. So I would recommend that, if I have to do someone like that, say a startup, I'm trying to get them $50,000 to $75,000 in unsecured funding and credit cards that they can use. And then I'm going to coach them and train them on how to use it responsibly. I tell them to put the first 12 months of payments for those loans aside, all right? And so it's on auto pay. And then we're going to use the rest of this money strategically to generate more money, okay? And that's kind of my protocol when I have somebody like that. If they got bad credit and they got no money, they can't. Then I wouldn't. I can't. I'm not going to waste my time. You want to sign up for my credit repair program? That's the best I can do. And you can always use authorized users. Credit partners. That's a friend or family member that has good credit that will maybe help you get a loan or a line of credit. I try to still clear of those because if things go sideways, the relationship goes sideways. I've had mother and daughter, fall out over $25,000 because the mama, secured it for the daughter, and I sold it to her. And then the daughter defaulted, and now the mama's in collections, and she's an old lady. I said after I did that one time, I said if it's the last resort, I offer it, but I always advise against doing it unless you have the choices. And you always have other choices. You can wait. You can get a job. You can do other things instead of pushing someone, a family member, to go into debt for you, and then you default on that debt. That's not good business. Okay. Would it be wise to allow them to retain us to help build their business credit, knowing that their credit is not up to par and they want to qualify for business loans? Yeah, there's like I said a few minutes ago, there's no reason that you can't be doing all these at the same simultaneously. Why not fix their credit and assist them in building credit at the same time? Building business credit and fixing their personal credit at the same time. People just want you to be honest and transparent with them. Say, yeah, listen, you're not going to qualify for funding, not yet, okay? But I have a plan and a path that we can get you there. But and at the end of the day, it's not my fault that you have bad credit, okay? But the banks haven't changed. There's no shortcut. There's no loopholes. All right. I put it like this: would you loan them your money? If the answer is no, then the bank doggone sure ain't gonna loan no money. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay. There's a lot of people making millions of dollars selling half truths and lies, and that's fine. I got to sleep at night. I want to give people the right information, and I want to help them and not hurt them. Okay, so I have products that I can sell people all day long, but I don't sell them if they're not ready for them. Okay, if they're not, and especially if they have the wrong idea that I can get this and then it's going to make me get that. No, that's why a lot of people are getting business credit because they're thinking they're going to get $250,000 in cash for the business, but it's not happening. Okay, a bank wants to know that you can pay the money back. They want to know you can be trusted. They want to loan you the money. They do. They will loan you the money, but not if they can't trust you. So, listen, guys, that's my time for today. I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. like I said, every Monday at 1 o'clock and every Friday at 1 o'clock unless something happens. I'll be doing live Monday as Monday Fun Day, Business Funding Now. I'm going to be talking about our new affiliate program that's rolling out. And then next Friday, I'll be talking about Black Label software, another feature of Black Label software. All right, my name is Jeremiah Davis. I'm the funding coach. Peace.